What's up? So I'm going to show you in this video how I use AI to get shit done as an ADHDer. Typically, what used to happen to me in the morning, I used to have a mess because I'd wake up and there was 10 different ideas bouncing from my head. I'd be pacing up and down the house, and that would be a way to make me calm down. It's because I'm pacing up and down, and I'm just trying to calm this brain because it's got so many decisions to make on what I should prioritize first. And because of that, it then made it very difficult for me, right? I had no clue what to do when I sat down. I'll look at the time and it'd be like halfway through the day already and I've done nothing, right? So in this video, I want to show you what I do instead now that helps me to control the brain from going. And it's not like, when I say control, let me just rephrase that. I give myself a chance to have my ADHD brain do its thing. I give it the room to do that, but I'm using AI to be able to dump a lot of the stuff that's happening up here. So the first thing I'll do is in the morning, I'd wake up and I'll do a brain dump. And that brain dump is just me using voice mode. I've got the Pro, is it Pro or Plus? I think whichever version is the 20 a month. I've got that version where I could talk to ChatGPT and have a conversation with it. So I just go into conversational mode just like I would with someone else that I'm just like letting loose on, or like a therapist, if I was letting loose on all my thoughts. That's the same thing I'll do, but I'll just do it with AI, right? But what I typically like to do is I like to do a 5K walk while I'm doing that because it's helping my brain to now spark some connections and do the pattern recognition while I'm walking. It just helps to connect to that part of the brain that's helping it to be a bit more. It just sparks certain parts of your brain while you're walking, I've noticed. So it just makes me a little bit more motivated for the session that I'm going to be going into, right? So I go for that 5K walk. I try to make sure I do 5K steps before. It's not 5K walk, it's 5K steps, right? So I try to make sure I do 5K steps before I actually sit down and do any work. And then I have my pre-session, which is a lot to do with me now understanding, okay, I've done this brain dump into ChatGPT, I've done a project, I've created a project for it, and I've done the brain dump. Now I want to be able to get all of that organized. So I sit down 15 minutes and I look at my time for the day. There's all these windows of time and there's hour slots, right, that are filled, that are free and available. There's some things that might be filled up, you know, client calls, sales calls, clarity calls, coaching calls, whatever it may be, right? I might be doing some business activities or whatever, stuff around the home. Where I look at there's the rest of the time that is available in my day, I will look at how many slots they are. And I always look at the hours, right? So it's like, say I've got 5 hours, that's 5 slots I've got available. And what I do is I do a time blocking method called the 55-5 method, where I do 55 minutes of focus work on the specific thing that I've decided that I'm going to put my time into for the 5 slots that I have. If I've got 5 slots, one of them has to be around the bottleneck, right? Next one has to be around me connecting in the DMs. Another one has to be me connecting or creating content for my audience. And the other two could be to do with me learning a new skill or just learning something, improving my skill set, something, or it could be around the other two that I mentioned before, right? But regardless, I look at how much time I have and I decide, okay, I've only got 5 hours, and I make it really constrained for the time for me to do a specific thing that I have to do. I've only got 1 hour, and if I can't do it in that 1 hour, and then that's it. So I'm super hyper focused to try and do as much as I can in that hour, and it's actually 55 minutes that I take. I do 55 minutes, and then as soon as the timer goes off, I take 5 minutes. I take myself away from the place that I've been doing this hyper focus session, which I know I want to do more, but I take myself away from the situation, and I use either ChatGPT. Well, for me now, I use Notion AI, which I'll show you in a moment how I use Notion AI. But you could use ChatGPT, and you could just reflect for 5 minutes on how that session went. What was the friction in that session? Was there any friction whatsoever? Like, was there any distractions that took place while he was on the session? Was there any blessings, like a breakthrough or something that happened that you really liked and you want to be able to just make sure that happens again? I don't know, like maybe there was something like, you know, you had the oil dispenser was going, and he's like, yeah, do you know, I like the smell. I'm going to use this smell from now on because it made me stay more focused. Oh, I love this sound that I was using. It's brown noise. Yeah, I'm going to keep using brown noise. Like, So you really understand where the friction was, where the blessing was, and then you set an intention for the next session that you're going to go into that is related to that topic, or any session in general, right? Moving forward. So that's how I do it in terms of using AI. And I do that quick reflection, which I'll show you now in another tab. So this is where I do my reflection, right? So this is my FBI journal reflection. And when I go here, so you can see here that here is the summary of my friction, here's the summary of my blessing and the intentions that I've set based on those two, right? And how I do that is I have a block here where I can do a message here. So I can click here and I can resume. So throughout every session, I can continue where I left off. So say, for example, I were to add something more. Hey, so yeah, I'm actually doing a YouTube video right now and I'm about to finish it. So I'm going to have this as a done thing and then I'm going to be able to post it. So that's a blessing that I would like you to add now to my journal, please. Thank you. So now it's going to review that, what I've just said, and all the other stuff I said before. And now it's going to update the blessing section where, of course, it will just be a summarization of what I actually got up to today, right? And now it's just obviously summarizing all of that now. You can see it's just all summarizing it. And I'm capturing the friction, blessing, and intentions for the day, right? So that's exactly how they look. And see here now it's got the action items that are very clear on the things that I said that I would like to do. So record a new YouTube video for this week. Obviously I'm going to click that as done, right? So yeah, that's how I use it. And then of course when you go to my FBI journal, which is here, of course I've got the today view, which is showing obviously the friction, blessing, and summary here. And then I've got a weekly view as well, so I can see the weekly view, I can see the monthly view as well, right? So that's how I use AI for specifically for what I'm doing. Well, I don't even know if you even saw me when I was changing the screen. I'm really unsure if you just see that, but to just confirm, like, what happens if I don't do this? What happens is I just end up just being really chaotic and my whole day gets wasted because I'm just doing too much decision making about what I should do first and what needs priority, and I forgot to do that and all this. And then I'm just really feeling defeated at the end of the day. And with what I just showed you now, that just makes me feel really good about my day because I can remember what I did today that was worth it and what was valuable. And I'm giving myself a chance to just think about the next 24 hours I only have at the moment, only that. And I'm looking at how much allocation I have for the day that really can do anything that's going to move the needle forward. So this YouTube video is obviously a part of a project that I'm doing where I'm going to do one video a week for 1 year, and I could tick that off and I could feel good that I'm actually doing one of these projects and moving the needle forward in it because I'm using my dashboard, of course, which I use for myself and my clients. So yeah, like that's it really. I'll just show you now. Of course, I don't know how easy it's going to be for you to see this because I don't know if you actually see on my screen right now. I'm going to see after I've done the recording, but here is my community where I've got my the community tab where you can see all the posts for myself and all the other members. And then of course there is a classroom here where you have the ADHD Reset course. This is a course that shares a lot more about how I've been managing my ADHD and getting a better relationship with it through using systems and gamification. So you obviously can click here and it will show you the classroom with the 4 pillars, which is awareness, direction, habits, and dopamine. And of course you can see that there's a GPT here as well. And this is my dashboard if you get to level 8. Yeah, that's it, man. And feel free. There's a link in the description if you want to join this community as well. If you want support with your journey, with your ADHD journey, of course, there's a link in the description as well to see if we are fit to work together. Obviously, if you think that it makes sense to you to have a system similar to mine, then of course you can jump on a call with me and to see how it might be to fit for you, right? Okay, take care. Peace.